How's it going, everyone? I'm future meteorologist Stephen Foray, back here with another episode of your weekly weather news podcast with Foray Predicts. Another week and a lot more to talk about. Starting it off here locally, if you didn't already know this or see the short, here on Long Island, we had some strong thunderstorms pass through here on Wednesday. Here's what the National Weather Service had to say about it. Flash flooding and severe thunderstorm potential. Key messages: showers and thunderstorm this afternoon and evening may and certainly did produce torrential downpours, as you can see in that video. The flood watch was in effect due to these heavy rain coming down. Localized flash flooding is possible, and 1 to 2 inches per hour came with these storms. Crazy, right? Well, luckily, thanks to our wonderful National Weather Service here, a couple of special weather statements were issued. Not severe thunderstorms, but definitely worth noting, as the National Weather Service says there. And I'm sure you felt the heat yesterday and today. You could see the heat indexes as indicated by the National Weather Service. Some places on the island, like Syosset, showing over 100 degrees for your index. Even upstate, Cold Spring, 101 degrees. Pretty crazy. But if you do plan to go in the ocean or take the boat out, please just make sure you check with the National Weather Service forecast or any forecast before going out, as there have definitely been a lot of special marine warnings indicating that it might not be safe to be out on the water. When those dew points are above the mid-70s, it's just not comfortable to be outside. Make sure you are staying hydrated. And now moving on to severe weather throughout the country, you could see the enhanced risk does return there in the northern high plains. Here are the key messages issued by the National Weather Service. Scattered storms, including a few supercells, developed the mid-afternoon across parts of central South Dakota into central Montana. The primary hazards were large hail, severe winds, rain, as well as the possibility for an isolated tornado. I hope everyone stayed safe, followed the directions by your local officials, and no one got injured. On Monday, the enhanced risk shifted a little bit down, but still a pretty wide spread of severe weather, and the radar shows just how strong these storms are. And on Wednesday, pretty wide spread of severe weather, the enhanced there in South Dakota and Nebraska. Here's what the National Weather Service had to say about it. Broad area of severe potential there in the Dakotas and Nebraska. The risks associated with these storms is very large hail, heavy wind, and the possibility for an isolated tornado. I hope everyone did stay safe. Also this week, we had the first tropical landfall of the season in the United States. Tropical Storm Chantal made landfall in South Carolina on July 6th. Here's what the National Hurricane Center had to say about it right before it made landfall. Tropical storm conditions happened in the warning area beginning on Sunday. Heavy rainfall, as shown there by the National Weather Service, continued through Monday with the concerning for flooding. And of course, it brought dangerous surf and rip conditions. The track shows it starting off as a tropical storm there in South Carolina, and then eventually going into a depression and post-tropical system as it moved north. And I would like to end off this week's weather news by saying my thoughts and prayers and heart goes out to everyone affected by the Texas floods and any of these severe storms that I have talked about. I hope everyone and their families is doing okay and everyone stays safe. Thank you so much for watching this week, and I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend.